Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about your ex is in a rebound and why you shouldn't worry if this happens. So first of all, the thing is with rebound relationships is that they rarely work out. And one of the main reasons rebound relationships don't work is because that the person that's got into this rebound relationship, so they've gone from one relationship straight into another one, basically, they're bringing the old baggage from that past relationship into this new one, and they haven't had an appropriate amount of time to get over the past relationship. So that's why these relationships tend to be quite toxic. There's usually quite a lot of arguments, and why it's always something that doesn't last very long. And even if it does last a long while, it's never a very happy or fulfilling relationship. Like, people can get married to their rebounds, people can have kids with their rebounds, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are happy, healthy relationships, okay? So the fact that you're not in a rebound and the fact that your ex is in a rebound already has made you kind of win in that certain regard, because hopefully now that you found this video, you're not going to do the same thing. You're not going to because I feel like this is what a lot of people try to do or think that they should be doing. They see that their ex is now with someone else and they feel like, oh no, now I need to find someone else so I can beat them. It's kind of like a race to the altar, shall we say, who can get over the other person quick enough, and it's so ridiculous that people play these games. But anyway, hopefully you're not going to do that, right? So hopefully now that you found this video, you're not going to be that person. You're not going to be the person that tries to beat their ex. The fact that your ex is now in a relationship and now you're going to try and find one too, so you can win, so you can win basically. So you don't want to be doing that, right? Because if you do that, then you're just going to be in a miserable new relationship as well, because you will essentially be having a rebound too. So you want to win in the sense that, you want to take time to heal, take an appropriate amount of time to get over the relationship, so that when you do enter a new relationship, it's going to be a lot more healthier than the one that your ex is now in, because it's a rebound. So either two things are going to happen. Either this is going to be a very short thing that happens with your ex's rebound, or they're going to stay together and it's probably going to be a very unhealthy relationship. Now, of course, that might always be the case. That maybe if they are people that are willing to work things out and have counselling, then maybe perhaps it'll work out. But because most people aren't really open to changing, most people aren't really opening to heal from their childhood wounds, from past relationships, from toxic behaviors, usually someone doesn't want to change themselves. But because you're on like a self-improvement type channel, where you're looking for advice, you're obviously open to change, open to becoming better and learning and growing. So you're going to do so much better than this ex that has gone into a rebound. Now, it may be the case that you clicked on this because you still have feelings for your ex, and now that they're in a rebound, you're really worried because you feel like you're going to lose them. So first of all, you need to question whether or not you actually really want to get back with this person, if they do leave that rebound relationship. Because first of all, if they went from one relationship straight into another, that's a red flag right there that you shouldn't get back with them, because they obviously don't have a very healthy mindset. They're obviously very insecure. And that screams to me, because if someone is secure in themselves and has high self-esteem, they don't mind being alone for a while after a breakup. But if they've gone straight into a new relationship, let's say within the first couple of months after a breakup, then they're insecure. They have a lot of things probably a lot of demons that they need to work out and to heal from and to get over. And they just don't feel confident enough being single. They might be one of these people that always has to be in a relationship. And if they're not in a relationship, they kind of freak out and don't know what to do with themselves. And they don't like being alone with their own thoughts. They don't like being alone in general. So therefore, they always need someone else to be around, so they don't feel so insecure about themselves. So you want to learn basically how to enjoy being single yourself, because you can't really teach your ex how to do these things if they're in a rebound. So You need to start doing that for yourself. Learn how to enjoy your free time, enjoy being on your own and enjoying your own time, your own space, working on things that you want to work on, your own projects, those kinds of things. Learn to really enjoy your own company. And when you do find a new relationship, it's ultimately going to be a really good one because you don't mind being alone, right? So you got to figure out like, okay, I shouldn't really want to get back with this ex anyway, because obviously they're deeply insecure. And if they're insecure, then it basically is going to add a dynamic to the relationship if we get back into a relationship that is ultimately going to be a very miserable one. Because a relationship should be two people who are whole, coming together to, enjoy life together in companionship and to give to one another. They shouldn't be going into a relationship to solve issues and hoping that the other person is going to make them happy. If you go into a relationship with insecurities like that, then the whole relationship is going to be insecure, unless at some point down the road you two figure out what your issues are and go to marriage counseling or couples counseling or something like that and try to resolve those issues. But like I said before, most people are not willing to do that. You personally might be willing to do something like that, but the other person isn't, right? So I had this in my first relationship. So I went back to someone who cheated on me, and I thought, oh, maybe we should go to couples counseling. And I suggested this to my ex, and she was like, oh no, I don't believe in that. I'm not going to go to couples counseling. That's really dumb. That's basically what she said to me, right? And it just showed me that she just wasn't willing to change who she was, right? Because I kind of could, there was a foreshadowing that she was going to cheat on me, because within the first month of being together, she asked me the question, oh, what would you do if I cheated on you? Which there, right then for me, was like a red flag, right? But I didn't want to believe it. I kind of ignored it, even though it made me feel uneasy and I should have paid attention then. So, that's what happened there. But like I said, most people aren't willing to work on things. So if this guy or girl is so insecure that they've gone from one relationship straight into a new one, what can you do, right? You don't want to get back with that person, okay? So you obviously want to heal from the relationship. You want to take time. Don't feel pressured to find someone straight away. Take time for yourself to heal, to get over it, to work on things that you enjoy. Don't burn the candle at both ends, because this is something that I say to people a lot when they've gone through a breakup. It's okay every now and again to go out and party with your friends and do things that may be a bit destructive to your body, okay? It's okay to do that sometimes, okay? To let off some steam sometimes, to eat junk food sometimes. But if you want to get better, and if you want to stop being insecure yourself, if you have troubles with insecurity and self-esteem, you need to build yourself up. So that means doing things that aren't destructive. That means doing things most of the time that make you feel proud of yourself, right? So taking action on things that you want to accomplish, figuring out what your ideal life is, like how would you like to be living your life, and then working every day towards that goal. Figuring out what you want. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you are, because you might be at a place where you don't feel proud of who you are. You feel horrible about yourself. Perhaps you've been eating too much. Perhaps you've been watching too many things on Netflix, not moving your body. You've just been drowning in your sorrows, basically, about the relationship. You might have been doing a lot of destructive things. So you want to stop doing any and all of that. Like I said, it's okay like a couple of times a month to like go out and drink with your friends, or to eat pizza and just watch TV. But most of the time, most days, like let's say the 80-20 rule, so that means 80% of the time you're doing things that are good for you, that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel proud of yourself. And then 20%, kind of like eating pizza on the weekends, hanging out with your friends and having a few drinks. You can do that sometimes, just not all the time. But when people go for a breakup, usually they are doing that kind of thing all the time. They're doing it the other way around, like 20% of the time they take care of themselves, 80% of the time they're doing destructive things because they're so miserable and unhappy about the breakup. Okay, so that's my advice on why you shouldn't worry. Basically, if your ex is in a rebound, So if you'd like coaching with me, and if you'd like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.